Hi everyone, welcome to the Xlaserlab. Well, I'm your host, Amen. I'm so glad to be with you on today's live stream. But the main thing that I want to say, first of all, the holidays are coming, right? And Christmas is nearby. So, on behalf of all the team of the Xlaserlab, I want to wish you a happy Christmas. Well, basically, the reason that I'm here today is that a lot of you guys did have a great demand for our products, right? For our interest. So that's why for today we want to actually try to explain a lot of details and also give you a lot of information and stuff. So let me share with you something really cool, which is actually we did raise up to more than 1 million of our funds, right? So first of all, thank you for your trust, thank you for believing in us, and we'll actually do the best to show you always all our best in products and also options and also for your services. So you have to make sure to, do some trick moves and be a little bit fast because there's only 18 days left. So you want to take the chance, right? Well, we will lose the best deal and price on our campaign platform, which is actually Kickstarter.
Our previous project, the X1 Pro, absolutely rocketed the world of laser welding. Well, it raised over 5 million on Kickstarter and received rave reviews from creators worldwide. People loved the precision, and we're so grateful for the amazing feedback. Here are just a few of the glowing comments from our backers. And by the way, you will see a QR code popping up in the lower left corner. That's for joining our Facebook group. Well, make sure to be there and join because all of our giveaway winners will be announced inside of the group. I want to quickly address something you might notice on camera. The 7-watt and 10-watt unit looks slightly different at height. When we ship the final product, both versions will have the same height. The only reason they look different now is because, the 10-watt unit here uses our new upgrade structure. We originally designed the marking areas as 110 x 110 millimeters, but after users' feedback that it felt small. We increased the internal height by about 6 millimeters to support a larger working range. So the 10-watt demo is the update version, while the 7-watt you see is from our earlier batch. But don't worry, all final 7-watt and 10-watt units will ship with the same upgraded structure and height. And even with this improvement, we're still the smallest UV engraving machine on the market.
I want to quickly address something you might notice on camera. The 7 West and 10 West units look slightly different in height. Well, first of all, think about it, because this kind of technology is only to be reserved for big factories and big machines, and also big businesses. But not for the moment, because basically, with those two bits right here, you can make your own business, and it will be like the same, even a little bit more precise, and you will create more cool, high-quality products. And in the moment, I'm gonna do actually a live stream demonstration, and we're gonna bring all kinds of details, and how this machine works, how capable they are, how precise they are, and also comparing the speed. So make sure to ask us anything in the comment section and feel free to tell us what you want to see, and we're here with you. But first of all, stay with us. So before we actually start the demonstration on live stream, well, I know that you guys are so excited, right? And you want to see the difference, you want to see all kinds of details about those two, Xlaserlab engravers. Well, first of all, we're gonna do that. Just like make sure to be with us because we prepared a lot of great things on the live, okay? And let me tell you something, the total price of the 2 unit is actually $9,300. So for everyone, we'll have a free giveaways for you and you can participate easily. You don't have to, keep spamming likes, keep spamming share. Yeah, I want you to do this because this is essential for our support, right? But, I'm gonna tell you the rules, so simple, just like keep saying comments and then out of a sudden, like we're gonna take a screenshot for like the comment section and the two names that will be appearing, well, basically those are the winners. And actually we're gonna keep doing this for more than 20 minutes. So each 20 minutes you're gonna actually grab and win something. About like what kind of specific thing you will win, well, let me tell you that. So we have basically the first name, like the first one that will show, it will basically win a coupon of 50%, So you will win a coupon of 50%, example of the half of the price is cut out. And the second one, well, come on, man, you didn't lose yet because we will bring you that, air purifier, which is actually 100% essential for your Xlaserlab product. So make sure to keep spamming comments if you want to win something. So right now I want to guys share with you one of the biggest, concerns that I was actually seeing while using any kind of engravers and stuff, which it was like, I'm not like an expert on design. Just like I don't know how to do designs, I didn't study kinds of 3D and 4Ds, and I always find a problem like if I want to use like, this is not a normal one, but if I want to use actually a normal engraver, I always need to, make a good design. But for today, actually, there is something special because doesn't matter like you don't know how to design, doesn't matter actually you don't have experience or even didn't graduate in this field. All what matters the most is that, just use it because we have an AI tool that do all of the job for you. So it's okay, just like put the picture and yeah, it will engrave it out. So as we said, basically you will not have any kinds, of concern about switching from 2D to 3D because yeah, you can do this if you were experts, but let's say like you're just a person that wants to start his own business, that you want to actually start to grave things on different kinds of materials. Well, basically the AI tool will do all of the job. So I mean, you got no worries, just like by one simple click, and then you can switch from 2D to 3D. So, example of, when I was a kid, I used to love some like small promo that my dad gave me in Christmas. And right now, actually, I want to make it, something like a souvenir. I will show it to you first, and then I'm gonna share some details about it. So, Carol, cameraman, if you can actually zoom in a little bit. Thank you. Yeah. So basically, as you see, guys, this is actually a souvenir, from my dad. And right now I want to change it to a crystal, so I protect it, and I also show it to my, future kids and my friends and stuff. I'm gonna show you how to change it, from 2D mode to actually a 3D crystal. So I'm just like gonna put it, here, take a picture like this, and then we're gonna actually go print it out. So for the moment, guys, we just actually took the picture of, the small gift that I told you about. Right now, actually, I'm gonna just like transfer it to the computer here. Also, let me remind you that we always keep doing giveaways and stuff. For each 20 minutes, we actually select double winners. So make sure to engage, make sure to drop a lot of comments. So as we see, guys, you can see here that we just uploaded the photo from the phone to the program, and after basically only 1 minute or so, the 3D model is generated. Look. So basically, look, right now the model is already displayed on the screen, and easy. Right now, like we're just like gonna wait a bit and it will start, which is actually the program. And right now we have actually some simple steps. First of all, we're gonna turn something called the autofocus. Basically, the autofocus is responsible for the Xlaserlab machine to do all of kinds of, finding the optical points. And how are you gonna do that? Well, one simple thing. First of all, you need to click twice on autofocus. And then you need to do something really important before we start, right? Which is you need to close this. I'm sure like you don't want the rays to hit you, so basically this is protects you. But there is something else. For more safety measurements, I will definitely advise you to use those kinds of, protective glasses. I mean, yeah, we have already like, this one cover it, but you still like need to use the glasses for better safety. And now how are you gonna do it? Well, basically one simple click, which is clicking 2 times start. We will see right now that it is uploading, doing like some kind of loading, and that's it. So for the moment, we're gonna actually wait a little bit for the Xlaserlab. It's gonna take like not more than 30 minutes, actually 30 minutes and less. And while we're waiting and you're watching us and you're doing a great thing for us, right now we're gonna announce and do the giveaway. So for the newcomers that just like joined, make sure to engage in the comment section because after a while we're gonna actually announce the giveaway. And let me remind you, the first winner will basically get a 50% coupon, while the second one will get this purifier that you definitely need for your Xlaserlab. So 5, 4, 3, 1. Congratulations! We just actually got our giveaway and stuff. We just actually got the winners. 2 people. Make sure to join and check the Facebook group because you will see the list there. So congratulations. So what makes actually the Xlaserlab UV special? Well, we basically have 4 superpowers that no one else has. The first one actually is engraving, all kinds of glasses, 3D ones or 2D ones, with any kinds of shapes. I'm gonna give you a small example. So basically, you can engrave any kinds of design, any kinds of picture or something like this on 3D shape without damaging the glass, right? And the second one that matters for me is that I can choose any kind of material. Example of, I can pick up some wood, I can pick up some plastic, I can pick up even some metal, and I will be put in any kinds of shape without any concern. And the third one actually is for jewelry, which is actually micro precision. So let's say that I have some kind of micro shape that I want to put it on my jewelry, or also I want to put it on microchips. Well, I have the offer to do this. And last not least, which is also the cold processing. Cold processing is actually work really doable. Example of, let's say like you have some kind of small business that is taking care of cutting wood or cutting any kind of material, and you don't want to damage the material while actually making from it some kinds of special shapes. We offer you this. No burn, no damage, no black marks, because we are the Xlaserlab. Well, basically right now, while we're actually waiting for our Xlaserlab machine to do the engraving for the demo, we're gonna actually give you some kinds of details. First of all, my name is Eamon, right? I'm a host. I want to make some money. What can I do? Well, basically, I can engrave anything at anything. This means actually that I can engrave anything, including text, designs, images, pictures, any kind of material, including silicone, steel and metals, ceramics, wood, and the craziest part that I love the most, which is chocolate, you know? So basically, this is my new brand of chocolate. The name of it is, I call it $100, and then I just like, spray everything in it, and it didn't even burn the chocolate. So, let's make some money and then take one small bite and, tastes good, right? So basically while we're waiting for our, 3D graver to do the job with the demo, we're actually gonna do some kinds of, comparison between those two. And first of all, I'm gonna give you like some simple infos. So this is 7 watt, this is 10 watt. You will ask me what is the difference between the 7 watt and 10 watt besides the usage of energy. I mean, like definitely this use 7 watt and this use 10 watt. Well, basically we have the speed, okay? So 7 watt actually is a little bit slower than the 10 watt. The 10 watt is actually more fast. So it's, if you have like a lot of commands, if you actually have a lot of clients and you need to produce a lot of your own products, then the 10 watt will be actually the one that matches with you. 7 watt is actually one much focused about the users for yourself, like for creating gifts for your friends, not a business machine, sorry. So you have always to know 10 watt is better. I mean, better speed. And the difference, we said it before, this one actually much faster, and its potency is 40% more. So you want to grab this one for better choice. I mean, if you don't have the budget for the 10 watt, then also the 7 watt will, deal with you and give you a good result and stuff. But I will definitely recommend for you the 10 watt because much faster, much accurate, and also much perfect. As they say in the past, seeing is proven, right? So for right now, we're gonna actually try to do a test comparing the 10 watt with actually the 7 watt. And we're gonna do, this test will be basically more focused about the speed, the accuracy, and also the depth, like how, it's way much screwing the depth, and we're gonna use different kinds of materials. So make sure to stay here if you wanna see what the benefits that we were saying before. So what are we waiting for? Let's actually start doing the test. And the first step, which is we're gonna open those, drawer here, open that one also like this, and we're gonna use those actually, wooden things. We're gonna try to print and do the test of them. Let me put them here first, and I'm bringing some crystals with me. I will tell you why. Well, basically the crystals, we want to actually do it as a standard for the wood parts, right? So you can see on camera. So basically let's put crystals first like this. We're gonna put the other ones like this, and right now we're gonna take our wooden parts and then put them in the top, and like this we have actually ready to do the test, right? So be with us. First, we did actually place the wooden block under the red focus light and enable autofocus. So basically right now we need only to do one simple click and it will automatically start, okay? So we can basically make it start right now. All what we have to do to start the test is click on start. Okay, so guys, first of all, make sure while you're actually watching the test to do likes, do a comment, follow our channel, and basically if you have any kinds of questions, you can just like say it in the comment section, feel free, or even send us a DM. So right now we're actually doing the test. Also, let me remind you that we always keep doing giveaways and stuff. For each 20 minutes, we actually select double winners. So make sure to engage, make sure to drop a lot of comments. Because basically, if you were the first place, you're gonna win like 50% coupon. Well, actually, if you were the second, you will win the purifier. So, just share with your friends, do comments, and be with us. So right now we can see that, the test is going on. The both of the machines are actually going really fast. That's like really something interesting. Can you believe that this kind of, graving and printing is actually go 100% accurate, as you can see with me? Well, but first of all, let me remind you something. You can see that we're opening actually the case that protects you from the X-ray and stuff. Well, if you use one of the machines or two of them at your home, make sure to close it and, wear protection glasses. Like right now we're in an environment that allows us to do this. But if you are at home, make sure actually to follow safety measurements. For your safety and also for your family safety. And yeah, you can see that it's close to finish, but there's something really, interesting between the two of them, which is actually the 10-watt machine. I see like is a little bit faster and also much precise. The 7-watt is already doing a great job, but wow. I guess all of the process will not even take more than 5 minutes. I didn't know that right now I can basically make my own brand of, wooden bottles or actually packages and stuff, and then print my, brand name. Wow, we have actually the 10-watt just finished. Also the 7-watt. So right now, let's see the results. So for the moment, guys, we're gonna actually try to give you a view from a different angle. I hope like you can see clearly the difference. Well, actually this one right here, that I just like moved my finger, which was actually made by the 7-watt. But as we said, the one that I'm like moving my finger right now is actually the one that was made by the 10-watt. You can realize how the quality is actually deep and it's a little bit, fluent and stuff. We can see the difference between the qualities, not that much, but it's still a little bit of difference. So right now you can actually see the whole picture, And as we said, the speed, yeah, it was like a little bit difference of the speed, but not that much also. But what matters the most is actually the quality of those two demos that are in front of me right now. So if you have any kind of questions, say it in the comments so we can actually read. If you want to see any other demo, you can also say it as long as we're doing tests right now. So basically right now we use actually to do the test for those two, demos of wood. Right now we're going to actually try something else, another kind of material, which is actually metal. And when we say metal, any kind of metal, could be steel, could be, gold, could be bronze, could be copper, could be any kind of metal. But for today, we're going to actually do a speed test cutting between the 10-watt and the 7-watts. So if you want to see all kinds of details, which one actually is also more accurate, which one is more fast, well, we're going to start the test right now.
So it's time for actually the speed test. We'll basically be comparing the 10-watt with the 7-watts, while actually we're going to put some metal, okay? So we're going to actually try to cut this, paper, this piece of bronze that I'm holding, and then, we're going to see how it works. So first of all, we're going to actually, my assistant is going to help me, So first of all, we're going to actually try to make it work. So basically, guys, right now we're gonna do the test. 3, 2, 1, go. So we set, the timers for each, the 10 watts and also the, the other one. So we're gonna actually, guys, see right now which one's gonna be fast, The metal is actually bronze, it's a metal, yeah. Well, basically, we already see like the 10 watt already finished. Can you believe this? Well, actually, let me take a look. Yep, this one is actually a little bit slower. But yeah, that's why you can see the gap of $1,300 is not only for nothing, it's actually for the quality, for the speed, and also for more tests that we'll be doing. So right now, and finally, not yet. I don't want to say this, but comparing like the slowest one comparing to the 10 watts is like actually watching a turtle running or something like this. So it's still, it's close to be even 1 minute. Okay, so I guess it's finished. Right now we're gonna stop. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. So you can see the difference. That's actually 18 seconds, and it was 18 seconds because I didn't press that fast. I didn't set up the timer fast. I actually was a little bit slower when it's close to be even timers. Okay. Yeah. So this one actually is a little bit like 1 minute and 4 seconds, and we're gonna do something cool, which is gonna take this metal steel, and then we're gonna take this circle out. So how we're gonna take the circle out? Oops. Yeah, we got it. So I have the circle right now. We can basically create a lot of circles and create a lot of designs and cut them out. So it's really important to think about how this machine and how this product will be actually giving you any kinds of shapes and also giving you any kinds of services. Let's also do it with the other one. So if you want to make it just like by one simple press, because it's already cut it out, just like this, sorry. Just like press, press, press. Oops, never mind. Anyway, I don't want to put pressure on it, just like keep with this one. Well, basically right now is the time to compare the two, results of the 10 watt demo and also the 7 watt demo. So yeah, first of all, you can see that there is a great difference, but we'll go like further step by step. We can see that the one, the 10 watt result demo, it's actually cut through, and also it takes only 18 seconds. While if we take a look about the 7 demo result, we will see that it didn't even cut through, as you can see with me. But, it takes more than 1 minute and didn't cut through at all. So you will realize that the 10 watt actually, it's much deeper, much stronger, and also much accurate. When you move into a thicker material, the cut becomes crystal clear, Like the 10 watts cut 60mm metal in just about 3 minutes. Can you believe this? And also, it cuts 8mm acrylic in about 1 minute. And 0.8mm stainless steel or aluminum or any strong steel for about 9 minutes. That's like literally crazy, and I love it. And even 0.8 MMA brass is normal for the 10 watts at 15 minutes, while the 7 watts simply can make the cut at this thickness. So when it comes to real cutting depth, the 10 watt isn't just faster, it's the only one that can finish the job and make you satisfied with the result. So for the moment, it's actually time for the second giveaway. And let me remind you, if you want to actually enter and be a participant, you should spam literally the comment section and tell us your opinion about the A3, because after a while, we're going to actually select who will be the winner. And as we said, the way of selecting that will basically take random comments of screenshot. And the first winner will actually get a coupon of 50%. Can you believe this? 50% means if you actually get it one of those, you will be able to get 2. So, you know how it works, right? And for the second winner, we're going to actually give this air purifier. So make sure to, join us. And also we're going to say the winner on our group. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Congratulations. Basically, guys, right now we're going to jump to the next test, which is actually the cold processing cup. This test is responsible for showing us how effective is the machine working compared to wood, because we know wood actually is a sensitive material, and if we want to cut it with laser or X-rays or anything, it should not be damaged, right? So that's why we're going to actually try to rig that test, and we have 2 pieces of wood. This is actually not slim. This is actually a thick wood, as you can see, and we will basically try to do the test with the 10 watts and the 7 watt. So as we said before, as we were actually for the team to keep helping us, and I want to say great thanks for them. Make sure, guys, to say a lot of comments, ask us any kinds of question. Feel free. You can also share the live stream with your friends. You can do likes. You can follow us if you're interested about, any kind of erase industry or our products. But before actually we jump to the test, let me remind you that the Xlaserlab use UV cold processing technology. This technology is responsible for breaking the material molecular bonds, not burning the wood. So, example of if you cut the wood, it will not be burned. Like you will not have some kind of burn mark or something like this. You will just cut it and it will keep, the wood healthy. So make sure to do likes, do comments, and stay with us because the test is actually really exciting. So right now, guys, it's time actually for the cutting test. As we said before, we have 2 pieces of wood that we put in on the 10 watt, on the 7 watt. The main reason of the test is actually to see does the machines damage the wood or not. Do they burn it or just cut it? So we can actually start to do this in 3, 2, 1, go. So you can see right now, as both of the machines, they do the cut. The main part of it, as I said before, is those cuts that we're gonna be making, like circles or any kinds of, shapes that you wanna do cut in the future. Oh, we have the first one has already been cut. We're actually gonna wait for that 7 watt. As I said, the main, thing that we're focusing about is, will it burn the wood? Because definitely you don't want to cut the wood and burn it, right? So right now we're still waiting for the 7 watt. I guess it's actually done right now. I'm gonna actually just take the one from here and then wait that one from here. And then let's take a quick review. As I said before, we have the 2 demo samples. First one actually on my left hand, which is the 10 watts, the right one actually the 7 watt. Well, luckily the 10 watt did actually cut through, without doing any kinds of burns, without actually doing any kinds of damage. Well, the 7 watts didn't go through because normally it needs more time. But for the moment, we're gonna actually compare the UV laser that we use on our machine with a regular laser that do the damage from your wood. And you can really realize, just by looking at it, that it's already burned, right? It's already black. And this is because, a roughly sharp craft piece might only sell for $10, but a beautiful, clean, high precision piece like this that we cut and make the edge look like it, made from the exact same material.
Every idea begins with
3 times of the price of the bad one, Same material, cost, but way higher profit. So you know which one that you need to grab. We've seen before, previously, a lot of kinds of tests. First of all, we did actually do the speed one, then we did the depth one, and also we did one responsible actually for the edges. For the moment right now, we're gonna do something crazy, and it will shock you out. Well, that thing, a lot of people call it actually waving colors, but only our machine UV can actually do it. So, we're gonna actually jump right away and show you how does it work. Well, right now, guys, you can see actually the difference in our matrix. The 10 watt UV model, right? Uses its superior energy to achieve the most vibrant and precise color. Basically, if your projects require rich, eye-catching colors on customer's gift, well, the 10W model is definitely the best choice for you. But there is a main question that everyone always tries to ask, why all of the UVs, they cannot do the same job as we do? Well, basically, let me explain to you something really amazing, which is
Every
actually,
idea begins
due to lack of stability that many competitors shy away from heavily promoting UV color engraving. But thanks to our licensed color-in-chief, and also huge thanks to the industrial grade laser core, we can right now deliver on this promise, and we do guarantee you 24 hours of stable output with no power attenuation, ensuring your colors are always rich, reliable, and also high quality.
Well, UV engravers, they are basically more expensive, right? That's why probably you will actually see some, a little bit cheaper products on the market and on the websites and stuff. But that's not our, deal, because our mission is basically build one machine that does all kinds of work.
Every idea.
Like example of cutting, engraving colors, and all kinds of superior details. That's why we prefer to give our customers a product, a machine that will be solving all of his problem, not solving one problem and left the other one. Well, basically from 3D engraving to stable color engraving. That's cool, right? And not only this, we also have actually the edge cutting, for any kinds of material without damaging the original material. So that's cool. And right now, if you want to grab it, you can actually check Kickstarter because we offer there a lot of great deals. And besides this, if you have any kinds of questions, you can ask us in the comment section, or beside us, you can actually send us a DM on our channel. Our journey doesn't actually stop with the machine delivery only, because that thing is actually for bad companies. We always focus on improving the software that our clients will use and also the experience that they will have. So right now, I'm gonna actually walk and bring the samples that we just actually put to see how, well, right now I'm speechless, because I just grab it, I could actually stop talking, turn it from 2D to actually 3D inner. It's actually something pretty cool and good. Well, you can see first how the AI tool changed any kinds of pictures or any kinds of design, which is actually 2D to 3D mode. We can see from the size that it will actually give you a good design automatically, and not only for samples or demos like this. Also, we have something really cool, which is actually the AI detection color. What is it? I know that you're a little bit curious, but I'm gonna explain. So basically, any kind of demo or any kind of figures that we do have, basically the tool that we have in our software can make it automatically detect the color, and after this, it will actually separate all kinds of colors. Before it gives you a good, better result. Well, I know that you guys are so right now, actually, we're gonna move to the last test, which is called through make sure to keep spamming. And how we're gonna do this? First of all, we're testing our camera and our sensors. So right now, I wanna guys, we're gonna use a piece of wood, we're gonna put it inside, and we're gonna put two kinds of symbols together in a row, so we know, is the camera really that accurate? Is it precise for making two symbols and giving them a good design result? Well, right now, actually, we can go take the piece of wood. So basically, like this. Or you know what? We already tested the wood, right? But we still didn't use the paper. I want to use the paper because paper is much precise and much clean for you to see, and also much sensitive. So we will realize if the UV laser can do a mistake or not. 3D graver to do the job with the demo. Yeah, we'll be using this paper to do the test. Comparison. Come take a closer look to see. First of all, go. I'm gonna. And right now, actually, my assistant is helping me to do the job. Right. So waiting for my assistant is my team to give me some little bit of help. Well, we're gonna actually do the giveaway again. But wait a moment, let me actually read your comments, because I see actually a lot of people saying great stuff. I'm gonna switch to read. That's great. Well, thank you actually, guys, for your support. And if you want to join the giveaway, simple steps. First of all, make sure to spam the comment section, because we choose the winner randomly out of screenshot. And if you are the first one, we're going to give you a 50% discount. In the past, that's a great deal, right? But even if you are on the second place, we will give you this the first great tool that you need to use with your machine. So spam comments, do likes, and share the live stream with your friends. So right now, guys, we're actually going to engrave the same circle twice. So let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go. You can actually see that the circle is done. And for the moment, we should actually, try to move it a little bit so we actually can make the second circle. And also, right now we're just like move the piece and stuff. Moving it completely away from its original spot, so we can see is the camera actually doing the work, and we'll put the other circle next to it without damaging the first one. And yeah, we're gonna actually wait for a moment. Well, I'm actually still reading your comments, you don't have to worry. So I'm still actually taking care of the comment section and stuff. But right now we need actually to do the circle for a second time and go.
Let's take a look. If these two circles overlaps perfectly, and they usually do, that proves that the camera is insanely accurate, down to about 0 to 0.1 millimeters. It also means the preview you see on the screen is exactly where the laser will fire. Even if you move the object, even if it's tiny, even if you are doing multi-step engraving, the E3 still aligns perfectly. This is why our camera isn't just a convenience feature, it's a game changer for precision, work, jewelry, small crafts, logos, serial numbers, anything that require perfect alignment.
Super clean, super precise, and incredibly reliable.
So right now we're going to actually jump to the next option, which is content creation. But first of all, let me take that piece of paper that we actually tried for the previous test, put it here, and then let's jump right after to the time-lapse camera, which is this one next to me right now. Well, for the moment, you're actually seeing a video of like introduction of all kinds of details and benefits that specific thing will be providing you. I'm going to actually watch it with you, and then we can realize. Well, first of all, we can realize that it's going to record your entire engraving process from the first step until the last one, actually with a high time-lapse video quality. And all of those options, they will actually give you a great deal and choice to make, a content on social media, including different kinds of platform, while at the same time, it will actually document your entire workflow. So what are you waiting for right now? Besides this, if you have any kinds of question about this really amazing high technology detail, please let us know in the comment section. When we will do, well, basically someone asked us right now in the comment section, we will be doing the giveaway. You know what? Let's make it for you right now. So guys, listen to me, like open your ears and stuff. Right now, we're going to actually start the giveaway. For people that they just actually joined us and they don't know the rules, first of all, make sure to follow our channel, put a lot of likes, and the main part is actually spam comments. Because how we do it, we basically take a screenshot of the random comments that they appeared on the live stream, and then we choose double winners. First one actually will be winning a coupon 50%, while the other one will be winning this great qualifier that you need to use with your like 10 watts or 7 watt laser machine. So make sure to do it, and after 5 seconds, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, congratulations, we got 2 winners, and then we're gonna announce them in our Facebook group, so make sure to be there. Well, for today, let me actually tell you the conclusion. We did a lot of reviews, a lot of tests. We also did some crazy stuff besides the giveaway that you actually get a 50% coupon. I mean, we're gonna go back to that later. But you remember that we did actually a lot of tests, a lot of videos, and we realized that this machine is basically a beast. Why is that? Because it can do for you a lot of things, including the high speed. You can engrave in colors, you can actually use any kinds of materials, and we did realize that with this, you can make your business way much bigger. And the cost of it, you will basically only pay it once, and you will actually stay with you for life. So what are you waiting for? If you have any kinds of questions, you can actually tell us. And if there is anything else, please say it and let us know about your opinion and feedback. And right after, we're going to actually jump for the last giveaway that we're going to do to finish the live stream. So for everyone that want to join the giveaway, I want you actually to make sure to spam the comment section, because this is how we choose the winners, and there will be actually 2 winners. Yeah, besides that, you need to do likes, you need to do share, you need actually to talk with your friends about those kinds of projects. We know this. This is your option, but the main point is actually spam comments, so we can choose you after we do the screenshot. And after 5 seconds, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, boom, we got 2 winners again. And for you guys, if you want to make sure, that you did win or actually lose, you can actually just jump to our Facebook group and check the list. So if you have anything further than that, please contact us and let us know. And besides all of this, welcome to the Xlaserlab.